Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's Diego, and it is today, April 6th, 2025. It's time for the K1 Visa live stream. I'm starting a few minutes early, 10 minutes early, 9 minutes early, April 6th, 2026. Welcome to the K1 Visa channel. This is where you get all this free advice, all this free information on how to process a K1 visa, a 2-year green card, a 10-year green card, a spousal visa, K2 visa, which is actually a derivative. This is the channel where you can learn how to lift the conditions off of your 2-year green card and how to apply for a 10-year green card. And it also is a place to be if you want to learn how to file for renew your 10-year green card. But primarily, this is about K1 visas and how to fill out Form I-129F, what documents you need to collect, and how not to make stupid mistakes. Lots of people make stupid mistakes when they fill out their K1 visa applications because they either forget to sign the paperwork, they include expired editions of the form, they take pieces, they pull editions of the form out because they don't think it pertains to them. You can't do that, okay? So this channel was put together actually in Bogota, Colombia. My beautiful wife, Karina, is from Caracas, Venezuela. And she moved to Colombia from Venezuela in 2018, July 2018. Denali is in the house. Denali 3702. Hi Diego, how are you? How's Karina? Karina's doing good. She's cooking in the back. We just got in the house, actually. We just drove. I just parked in the garage, pulled the garage down, the door down, the thing came down, and then Karina's cooking. And then I got jump on here because or else I'm going to be late for the live stream. We just got, we were in Tallahassee, Florida, the capital city of Florida today. Denali, she's a good wife. Oh, she's she's fantastic. She's out, she's cooking dinner. She said, look, go ahead, Diego, get on with the live stream so you're not late for the live stream. And she's making some steaks, etc., which I'll eat. When I get done with the live stream, I'll go ahead and eat my steaks. Priyanka, what's going on? Hello, Diego and Karina. Priyanka. Now, Priyanka is a member of the channel, and she has just mailed off with FedEx her 10-year green card application. Right, Priyanka? We went over that thing with a fine-tooth comb, page by page, page by page. Now it's on the way. It should already be there, actually, in Elgin, Illinois. Craig Williams, hello Diego, onto the 10-year green card. I assume you will be applying soon. We are going to apply for Karina's 10-year green card on May 5th, May 6th, 2026, next month. We can apply right now. If we could apply for Karina's 10-year green card today or tomorrow. But we're going on vacation in May, okay? We're going on vacation in May. So I know if we file for Karina's 10-year green card tomorrow, we're going to get a biometrics appointment while we're on vacation out in Nevada and other parts of the country. So we're going to file for the 10-year green card right before we go on vacation. So then that way we won't get hit with a biometrics appointment while we're on vacation. Otherwise, we'd have to stop what we're doing, get on a plane, fly back here, get in a car, drive to New Orleans, go to the biometrics, drive back here, and then fly back to our vacation. That would be absolutely crazy. So you have 90 days in when to file for the 10-year green card. So Karina, her 2-year green card expires on June 26th of 2026. So in a few months. And it takes about 4 to 5 weeks to get the letter of extension for the 10-year green card. You get an extension letter. You don't get the 10-year green card, you get an extension letter. So I calculated how long it takes before she'll get her extension letter, so that way she stays within status. Let me fix that. So everything's good. Great news indeed, Craig. You're right. And Priyanka, yes, Diego, it has been mailed off. You sent it by FedEx, right? If I remember. Priyanka, do we have to send a G1145 along with the 751? Only if you want immigration to send you a text message and tell you they received it and give you a receipt number. If you include Form G1145 in the 10-year green card application, immigration will send you a text message saying they received it. Hey, yeah, we got your 10-year green card application. Here's your receipt number. And then you can start tracking it with the receipt number. But it's going to take about a year, at least a year, okay, to adjudicate a 10-year green card from a 2-year green card. It takes about 12 months. So that's why they send you a letter of extension for 48 months. So your 2-year green card expires, but you have a letter of extension for 48 months. So you're good. Priyanka, we didn't nor send it in Diego as it wasn't as it was mentioned on USCIS website. Well, the USCIS website isn't perfect. That's why you guys hang out with Diego. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but I know how to do this process. Like, I've been processing K1 visas and green cards for 13 years. Okay, this pollen is killing me here in Florida. I've been doing this for 13 years. Now, I'm not an immigration attorney, and I don't give you any legal advice. I don't work for USCIS, but I've been doing this for so long, I can do it in my sleep. I've helped process hundreds of green cards and K1 visas. I've helped people overcome denials, etc. Priyanka, is it okay we didn't send the G1145? Is it a problem? No, it's okay. It's not mandatory. It just means you won't know when they open up the box. You're just going to get a letter in the mail, which will be for a biometrics appointment. But you're going to have no clue what's going on with your application until the letter shows up in your mailbox. Okay? But if you included Form G1145 in your application, then you would have got a text message from immigration when they open the box up. Okay, here's Priyanka's 10-year green card application. Send a text message to Priyanka. Here's your receipt number. And you're ahead of the game already. But it's not mandatory, okay? Don't panic. I took Karina to Tallahassee, the state capital of Florida today. So we've been gone all freaking day. I just got in the house actually, and now I'm getting on the live stream. So I just got done driving. Now I'm here doing this. Craig Williams, I was going to try filing online. It's faster and cheaper and saves money on printing and mailing fees. But it's not a sure thing. Filing online for a 10-year green card is $50 cheaper, and saving you $50 is going to give you $100 worth of headaches, because the process filing online for a 10-year green card isn't completed, hasn't got all the bugs cleaned out of it yet. I don't recommend you do that. When you file online for a 10-year green card, you cannot upload all the documents that you should upload for a very strong application for the 10-year green card. You can't do it. There's nowhere to upload the documents. You can't do it. Don't file online for a 10-year green card. Do it the old-fashioned way, where you're going to implement some sweat equity into that application, which is going to be this thick. You're going to have at least 22 bank statements. Can you imagine filing it online, trying to upload 22 bank statements one at a time, and then 50 or 60 or 100 pictures, uploading those one at a time, and then uploading the marriage certificate, the tax returns, the W-2s, the 1099s one at a time, and then uploading all the evidence of you being in a happy marriage for the last 2 years? Don't do it. That's crazy. And you're just trying to save $50? Put together a very good 10-year green card application and ship it with FedEx. They just signed a deal with the U.S. Postal Service. I get the contracts are back together. Use FedEx, etc. Craig says, I'm very tax savvy. I have it all uploaded. Well, that's great. Let's just hope that if that immigration doesn't screw it up for you, because they're not very tech savvy. You are, but they're not. I don't recommend it. Priyanka, what is the current processing time for I-751? 1 year minimum. Are interviews being waived, or is it being requested by USCIS? If you submit a fantastic 10-year green card application with a ton of evidence like this, with 50, 60 pictures like you did, if you do all that, there may be a chance that you don't have to have an interview. But you're going to have to wait at least a year, maybe a year and a half, before you even hear back from immigration saying that they're adjudicating your case. That's why they send you a letter for 48 months giving you a 4-year extension on your 2-year green card. That way you got 4 years to kick back, put your feet up, keep on collecting the evidence of your relationship, pictures, keep on taking pictures, etc. Okay? But it's going to take about a year, maybe longer. But don't be impatient. You're going to get it. You'll be okay. Copperhead, Diego, the NOA2 approval notice is set to expire on April 22nd for my Filipina and her case. Is it safe to say I'm waiting on an email from the Department of State National Visa Center? Yeah, you're waiting for the packet 3, packet 4 email from the MVC should be sending you emails. The MVC is going to send you an email saying it's in transit on the way to the Philippines. Check your spam email. Look in there and see what's going on with your case. But Copperhead and Priyanka, both you guys are members of the channel, and you can also call me if you want to, or text me, and I can help guide you also from there anytime you want, because you guys are members of the channel. If you're a member of this channel, you can call me on the phone or text me. Now, today I was gone all day. I was on the road probably 7 hours driving, but we went to Tallahassee. Craig Williams, point taken. Thank you. Yeah, you can be the best computer on the programmer on the planet. You can be highly educated in computers and know how to upload stuff correctly. But immigration has a tendency of screwing stuff up when something is done online. They lose your file. Something happens. Oh, you got to resubmit. They didn't get this. They didn't get that. But you sent it, right? Well, I sent it. Okay, well, it didn't work. Don't file for a 10-year green card online. You cannot submit sufficient enough evidence to get it done. You can't do it. Immigration is just trying to make it easier for folks, make it more, 21st century. But it's not. They don't have all the bugs out of it yet. When you buy a brand new car that's never been, it's in the first year of production. A brand new car just came out. Like I don't know. I'm not going to pick on Tesla. Let's say a brand new Tesla is just being designed. You're not going to buy the one. You're not going to buy a brand new Tesla right off the first year of production. You're going to buy it in the second year of production. You're going to wait and see what problems the car has before you buy it. Every new car that comes out, brand new, first year of production, there's going to be recalls on it. There's going to be issues with it. You're going to get a letter in the mail saying you got to come back and do this and fix this. This computer's not connected properly. So you don't buy a brand new car the first year of production. Like the XC90, the Volvo XC90 came out in 2003, I believe, was the first one, 2004. And everybody was lined up to buy one on the list. And then in that first year, there was freaking problems with it. Same with immigration. When USCIS create a brand new computer program where you can upload stuff like this 10-year green card, it hasn't even gone fully operational yet. There's mistakes happening. There's people getting frustrated. Oh, what happened to my paperwork? Well, you resend it. It's crazy. To avoid that freaking headache, and it's only $50 more you got to pay if you file it the old-fashioned way. You're not going to have those headaches, and they're going to get it, and then they're going to have to scan it, and you're going to be good to go. Abdullah Jallo, hey, Mr. Diego, greetings to you all watching from Florida, West Palm Beach. Nice and warm down there. Last Thursday was my interview. It was smooth. They only asked 3 questions. Well, that's good. You're going to get a Mountain Dew salute, but it's actually milk. I'm not allowed to drink Mountain Dew anymore, but I'm not bashing Mountain Dew. There's a Mountain Dew salute. I just can't drink it because the sugar tears up my blood. So too much sugar messes with my blood. So I'm just drinking milk. Congratulations, Abdullah Jallo, and tell everybody what questions they asked you. Right? Tell them what questions did you get at your scary green card interview. Priyanka, hi Diego. I hope we have sent all the documents. I have been double checking. I didn't miss any documents. You're good, Priyanka. Just because you didn't include Form G1145 isn't going to be the end or isn't going to be a problem for your 10-year green card. It just means that immigration isn't going to send you a text message with the receipt number. You're going to have to wait for a letter. That's all. It just means you got to wait an extra 7 days, 10 days, maybe 2 weeks. But it's all good. Jonathan the car guy. Hey, Jonathan the car guy. The 2025 tax return now has a question on page 1 about how long you stayed at your main residence. That's correct. We're going to mail our taxes off here in a couple of days. Make sure to fill it out correctly. It will show up in the transcript, right? They ask you, if you lived overseas. There's questions on the 2025 tax return, the 1040, that are basically going around immigration, like immigrant questions. So if you're married to a U.S. citizen, you better be filing a joint tax return. All right? Jonathan the car guy, flavored seltzer is a good alternative to soda and sugar. Okay. I'll give you a Mountain Dew salute. I just can't drink Mountain Dew anymore. I mean, I drank it in the Navy every day, probably. Now I can't. Now the doctor told me don't drink it anymore. I said, okay. I can't drink any Cokes or Pepsi or Mountain Dew, nothing like that. Priyanka, we have done our 2025 tax returns in January. Very good. Included it in our 10-year green card application. Very good. That's exactly right. Now, Karina is going to be filing for her 10-year green card with me on May 5th, May 6th. And we're going to overnight it using UPS because that's the closest courier service to our house. It's UPS here, and then FedEx is about 5 or 6 miles further away. So we're going to use UPS. And DHL, I don't even know where a DHL company is here. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to mail off our 10-year green card application right before we get on a plane and fly out on vacation. So then that way, I don't have to be worried while on vacation that we're going to get a biometrics interview scheduled while we're hanging out, at Area 51 in Nevada. I'm taking Karina to Area 51. I want to drive into the back gate of the most secretive military base in the world. We're going to get a selfie with those camo dudes at Area 51. Let's see. Craig Williams, a friend of your, what do you mean, a friend of my what? What does that mean? Abdullah, question 1, how did we meet? Good question. Question 2, how many times did I get married? And question 3, what is the name and the age of your children? Very good. Craig Williams, my wife has a friend in Las Vegas, which is in Clark County, and her husband files everything separated and charges his immigrant wife rent. Well, let me tell you something. If you file a tax return that is separate from your immigrant wife or husband, immigration will be investigating your ass very, very sincerely and deeply. They will come to your house. They will go to your place of work. They will go to your neighbors, and they will investigate the legitimacy of the marriage. So you got a friend in Las Vegas, and her husband files everything separate and charges his immigrant wife rent. Well, if he's married to a foreign national and filing a separate tax return, okay, immigration is going to investigate that person, maybe not tomorrow, maybe not in 6 months from now, but one day in the future, an immigration officer is going to be knocking on the door. Priyanka, I am so stressed with this application. I'm waiting for USCIS to deduct from our account and get the 7797C. You'll get it. Relax. You're good. Don't stress it, Priyanka. You're good. Your immigration visa, your 10-year green card application is no problems. And don't worry if you forgot the G1145. It's no big deal. You're good, but you got to be patient. It's going to take about 10 days, maybe even 2 weeks before they even open the box. Craig Williams, my wife's girlfriend is from Thailand. Okay, my dad lives in Thailand. My dad is married to a Thai national, and he lives in Chiang Mai. When my mom died, my dad went on vacation to Thailand, and then he met this lady from Chiang Mai in Bangkok, I believe, and they dated each other. He just never came back. He just stayed in Thailand. He didn't even worry about immigration. The only immigration my dad has to worry about is Thailand's immigration. Now, he used to have to check in with immigration in Thailand every month. Now I think it's every 6 months, but he's been married and living in Thailand for 25 some years. Let me see. Copperhead, Priyanka. My husband is going to Germany for 2 weeks for work. That's fine. And next week I'm going to Boston for training. Very good. Will that be a problem? No, Priyanka, it's great. Priyanka, you just can't leave the United States at this point. Do not leave the United States. You can go to Boston for training. I'm taking Karina all across the Western United States 6 weeks before her 2-year green card expires. But she's still in the United States. She's not leaving the country. Karina's not going anywhere other than vacationing with me within the United States of America. When she becomes a U.S. citizen, then we're going to hopefully be able to go to Venezuela. Let's see what President Trump can do and get Venezuela squared away. I think Marco Rubio is running Venezuela right now. Let me see. You're good, Priyankas. Copperhead. Diego, if I was to accompany my fiance on the way into the U.S., if I land in a connecting flight from my final destination, do we have to anticipate any lanes, interviews, costumes? Listen. So you're going to fly to your fiance. She's in the Philippines, right? When you get to that point where she goes to her visa interview, go to the Philippines. Now, you can't go to the interview. The U.S. Embassy in Manila won't let you go into the interview. But you can wait outside of the embassy or in the courtyard area, and then you can accompany her back to the United States, and you can take her through the U.S. citizenship line. You can go through the U.S. citizenship line with your Filipina fiance because she is with you. You are her sponsor. You can do that. But if you don't accompany her to the United States, if she has to travel to the United States by herself, she's going to have to go through either like the green card line. You don't want to do that. You want to accompany her to the USA. Copperhead, what did your dad invest in to live off in Thailand? Well, my dad is retired from the Navy. He's retired he had a job with the government doing stuff that he won't even tell me what. I don't even know what he did, except it was in the Middle East. He did that for 20 years. So he's got he's got like three pensions. When he moved to Thailand, he had 2 pensions. So he doesn't have, what did he invest in? He built a big house. He bought some land first, then he built a house in Chiang Mai, big house, in a villa, it's a villa kind of thing. And he's been there since 25 years. He's always been in Thailand. I think he's only come back here one time. Back in 1989, he came to see me in Florida. Craig Williams, she got married in good faith, but didn't know her husband had mental illness, and he's very abusive. Well, if that's an issue, then she should divorce him. Dump his ass. She can still apply for a green card. She can still apply for a 10-year green card, okay, but she needs to divorce him and have evidence that he's abusing her. Go get police reports. You got to have police reports, medical reports, doctor's reports. She can still get her green card as long as she can back up what the statement that she's being abused. She's just got to prove it overwhelmingly. Let's see. Craig Williams, Thailand is beautiful, but a little hot for me. It's a little hot for me, and freaking, it's around the other side of the planet. It would take me 24 hours to get there. That's probably 2 airplanes, 3 airplane rides, a plane from here to New York, New York to, I don't know, Singapore, Singapore to Bangkok, Bangkok to Chiang Mai. I ain't doing that. I can't stand flying as it is. It's hot too for me. It would be too hot for me too. Maru, hello Diego and Karina. Happy Monday. Maru, what's going on? How's everything? Now your fiance is in Cameroon. And Maru's been a long time member of this channel. So to the members, Copperhead, Maru, Priyanka, y'all get a Mountain Dew salute, but it's 2% milk. We appreciate you signing up as members and supporting the channel. But being a member of the channel, you get my personal attention 7 days a week. Happy Monday, Maru, and to your fiance in Cameroon. Now remember, don't panic over your K1 visa, Maru, because he's in Cameroon and it was on one of those lists of blocked countries. He's going to be fine, okay? A K1 visa is a non-immigrant visa, so he's all right. Copperhead, what dividends should I invest in to live off of in the Philippines indefinitely? I would say save up $250,000 and live off the interest, maybe more, $500,000. Live off, buy a certificate of deposit or some stock that gives you a stock return or a CD return. I'm not a CPA, I don't know. But my dad lives off of retirement money. Maru, I'm still waiting for the NOA 2 letter. I am nervous. Don't be nervous. You're good. It's going to take time. Remember, immigration is overwhelmed with ridiculous busy work right now. They're having to deal with busy work. They have to go back and review, green card applications from years ago. It's absolutely crazy. All right. So they're all up to their necks in busy work. K1 visa applications, USCIS, the State Department are busy work. But they're doing a good job. And Maru, you're going to be okay. I went over your K1 visa application page by page. I looked at all the pictures. I looked at all your application. You're good to go. You're okay. You just got to wait out the process. Unfortunately, you got caught up in this busy work right now. Priyanka, I've been following you since 2023, Diego. Very good. You and Karina are the best. Well, we want to make sure that we help people get their green cards and their K1 visas, so that's not the green card isn't the important thing. What's important is you guys are legally together and not separated from each other. I know how that's. I mean, I lived in Colombia for about almost 3 years with Karina. We got into the K1 visa application at the tail end of COVID. So we had to wait for all the immigration officers to come out from underneath their desks because they were scared of COVID. It was ridiculous, right? I was in Colombia and I was every day calling the embassy. Hey, are you guys open yet? Are you processing K1 visas yet? No, not yet, Diego. We're still waiting for the permission from the State Department. No, you're not. Don't tell me that story. You don't have to get permission from the State Department to process a freaking K1 visa. Get off your asses and get to work. And then they did. They finally got on it. Priyanka, did USCIS slow down because of the current government? They didn't slow down because of the current government. They slowed down because because the State Department, okay, and because President Trump wanted to revamp the entire immigration process. And I'm not bashing Trump for wanting to do that because it was broken and it has to be fixed. But the process hasn't slowed down, but USCIS is caught up with lots of busy work. Here's the thing. If you file a K1 visa application and everything's perfect and you haven't made any mistakes, and there's no errors, right? Which is no mistakes, right? You should hear from immigration in about 9 months, 10 months, 9 months to 10 months. But if you made a mistake in the application, they're going to toss it aside and get back to it. If they need an RFE, they'll send you a letter. If you haven't received an RFE letter, then you're good. You're fine. They're just getting to your stuff. But they have to go through more security screenings now. They have to go through your Facebook account. They have to go through your Instagram account. They have to see what you posted in YouTube, if you have a YouTube channel. They got to see what there was a couple of Iranians who allegedly were related to a Iranian bad guy who Trump basically took off the planet with a Hellfire missile come from a drone. And they were living in the United States. And then they were posting stuff on their Instagram account, how much America's the great Satan and how they don't like, and they were cheering on when American troops were getting injured or killed. And these people were green card holders from Iran living in freaking Los Angeles. So immigration are constantly reviewing and checking your online account, your posts online. They're constantly reviewing your Facebook and your Instagram. They're checking to see what the heck it is you're writing on this public social media stuff. And these two Iranians were writing bad stuff on their Instagram accounts, I believe, or it's TikTok, I don't know. And somebody saw it and reported it to the State Department. And the State Department looked at it and they canceled their green cards. And then they sent ICE to their house in Los Angeles and arrested their asses, put them in cuffs, took them to a detention center and said, okay, you don't like America, we're going to kick you out of here and your green cards are revoked. That took time. These were green card holders. So if you are a green card holder and you are posting stuff on your Instagram account and your Facebook account, how you hate this country and how you don't like the U.S. military, blah, 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 Crimea River, immigration is going to catch it. They're going to find it and they're going to come to your house and they're going to deport you. That's right. But the process isn't getting slower. Maybe it's getting slower for those people who are being jackasses. It's just, so these two people were legal residents with green cards who from Iran who are related to this bad guy. How in the heck they got a green card in the first place, I don't know. So apparently they lied on their green card application. Their asses are going to be on a plane to Iran here in the next few days via a secondary country. Their green cards have been put through the shredder. Done. And good riddance to them. I'm glad they're being kicked out of this country. Maru, I just keep telling myself, no news is good news. You're good. No news is good news is correct. Just be patient. You're good. Nothing's wrong. If there was a problem with your K-1 visa application, Maru, you would have heard from immigration already by now. So you're good. Priyanka, I don't mind sharing my Instagram information, but I-751 didn't ask for it. No, that's correct. But I included my Instagram stories as screenshots for evidence, including explanation taglines. That's great. You're good. But listen, Priyanka, when you filled out your DS-160, or your fiance, now your husband did, when he was in Alabama, when you filled out your DS-160, they asked you, do you have a Facebook account, an Instagram account? You had to list all your social media accounts on the DS-160. Then when that went, and then like Karina had a Facebook account, she had an Instagram account, she listed it on the DS-160. Well, I did because I filled it out and helped to fill it out. Right? Remember doing that, right? Immigration doesn't forget that. They know they know what you're posting online in Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Like I do this YouTube channel. Immigration knows what I do on here. Immigration watches these videos. They want to see what I'm saying because they know my wife's from Venezuela. You know, Venezuela was on that list of bad countries. But Karina, she's a patriot. She loves this country. She got the hell out of Venezuela and moved to Colombia because she couldn't stand that Maduro dictator, commie. And when he got captured by the U.S. military and transferred to a prison in New York, she was having a celebration. She was glad because her country's going to be free very soon, hopefully sooner rather than later. So, but Karina doesn't post anything political on her Instagram account, and she doesn't use Facebook. And I got rid of my Facebook account. So I don't. So immigration knows I have a YouTube channel, and if they want to watch a video, they can. They know I support USCIS. They know I support the process. They know I support legal entry into this country, and they know that I will report an illegal immigrant if I ever come across one. If an illegal immigrant is in this neighborhood and I know they're illegal, okay, I'm going to report them to USCIS or to ICE. Actually, I want their asses out of here because we're doing this by the book. We're paying the visa fees. We're going through the process. We're going to the medical exams. We're going to the visa interviews. We're filling out copious amounts of paperwork. We're collecting evidence. Right? Karina's been in this country over 2 years. She's getting Americanized. She's learning English. She was asking me, she was saying, can I be a deputy sheriff? I said, you can when you're a U.S. citizen. You can't be a deputy sheriff unless you are a U.S. citizen. So she was looking at being a police officer. I mean, she's watching these police shows on YouTube. It's great. She's Americanized. You come to this country, okay, I'm not saying forget where you came from. If you were the Philippines, India, Pakistan, I don't care where you come from. But when you get here, become American. Just don't forget your family back where you started. But the goal is to become an American. Karina hasn't forgotten Venezuela. She's in touch with her mom every day. She talks to her mom in Caracas every day. But she's going from being a Latina Venezolana into a Latina Americana. Let's see. Larry Piercy, sorry, running late. Changed computers. I didn't know you had to change the diapers on your computer, Larry. What happened? Was it making a mess? Just kidding. And you're writing small letters. Very good, Larry Piercy. Larry's a member of the channel. Larry's been a member of this channel for a long time. We'll give Larry a Mountain Dew salute with 2% milk because he's been a loyal member of the channel. Plus, Larry bought us lots of Texas Roadhouse steaks too in the past when I worked on his K1 visa and to your green card for his wife, Boogie. Priyanka, yes, I included my social media account. That's right. So you know what that means, Priyanka? Immigration know what you're posting on Instagram or Facebook. They know. I don't care if you have a K1 visa application or a 2-year green card in your hand, or you're applying for a 2-year green card, or you're applying for a 10-year green card. Immigration has a part of their company, I guess you call it, part of the Homeland Security group, are dedicated persons just watching what people are posting online. So these 2 green card holders from Iran were posting this crap on their Instagram account about America being the great Satan. Marco Rubio, he's probably the greatest Secretary of State this country has ever had, just my opinion, not because I'm saying that because I know him personally, because I do. I'm saying that because he's a hard-working son of a gun, okay? His family came from Cuba. Marco Rubio was notified that these 2 Iranian green card holders were posting negative stuff about our country and how they were celebrating the death of American military. Their asses were deported within 48 hours. They were in ICE custody. Their green cards were shredded. That's how this guy is working. Okay, Marco Rubio is top shelf. That's right, Larry Piercy. He speaks fluent Spanish. He's highly intelligent. I've known Marco Rubio for about 20 years. I knew him before he was when he was knee-high to a grasshopper. Now he's the freaking Secretary of State. Pretty good, right? I mean, his family he grew up in poverty. I mean, his mom worked 3 jobs just to put food on the table. Marco Rubio, in my opinion, I think what will happen is he's going to get the Presidential Medal of Freedom here when Trump's term comes to an end. He's going to be, and he should run for president. I really, Marco Rubio should run for president of the United States. And I'm not saying that because he's a Republican. I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. I am independent. But he's doing such a great job as the Secretary of State. I would trust him with the presidency. Not because he's got an R after his name. If he was a Democrat, I would support him. He's doing a really good job. Craig Williams, what about traveling? My wife wants to visit her family in Thailand. Well, when she gets her 10-year green card, you don't want to be traveling on a 2-year green card. When you get a 10-year green card, even then I don't recommend traveling. Karina, my beautiful wife in Venezuela, waited over 2 years to get her freaking K1 visa approved. Then it took another 3 months to get her green card. Her mind isn't on flying back to Colombia or Venezuela. Her mind is, hey, let's go check out the Grand Canyon. Let's investigate. Let's go to here. Let's visit Niagara Falls on the American side. Let's go see this and this and this in the United States. Karina wants to explore America with me. I want to see this parts of the United States I want to see. I've never been to Alaska. I've never been to Hawaii. I mean, those are on my bucket list. But the bucket list I always wanted to do was Area 51. Since 1989, I have always wanted to go to Area 51. And then in next month, I'm taking Karina to the back gate of Area 51. If you don't know what Area 51 is, Google it. I would not travel to Thailand until you get her a 10-year green card or she becomes a U.S. citizen. Once she becomes a U.S. citizen, she get a U.S. passport. Then you can go to Thailand. She can go there for a 3-month vacation and not worry about getting harassed by Border Patrol when she comes back. Right now, if you travel for 3 months, 4 months out of the country on a 2-year green card or a 10-year green card, you're going to get interrogated by Homeland Security, Border Patrol, Customs Border Patrol. They're going to put you in a secondary inspection, and they're going to sit down and talk to you for 2 hours until you missed your connecting flight to wherever it is you're going. Don't travel on a 2-year green card. Once you except within America, Karina waited 2 years for a freaking K1 visa. Then she gets her green card. She's like, where can we go in America? I said, where do you want to go? Let's go to the Grand Canyon. I'd never been to the Grand Canyon. So we went to the Grand Canyon. I took her to Las Vegas. We went to Pahrump, Nevada. We were supposed to go to Area 51. This is in March of 2025. But we couldn't go to Pahrump Area 51 because the weather was bad. It was like snowing and sleeting and high winds. I'm not going to drive an F-350. I'm not going to drive an F-350 north into the Nevada desert in a snowstorm. It's not happening. So we canceled our trip to Area 51, but now we're going back. Next month, I'm going to make a video. Karina's trip to Area 51. I'm going to have her right there at the back gate where the camo dudes are, the security fences are, where the extraterrestrials get the UFOs driven in. I mean, I don't know if that's what I believe, but your opinion may be different, which is fine. But we're going to travel in America. Priyanka, I always liked the USA and happy to live in this country. Well, we're glad you're here, Priyanka. Aren't you originally from India, right? India's a beautiful country, but India is in your past. Now you're focusing on becoming a U.S. citizen, on becoming Americanized, on learning about being an American. Learn about our Constitution, the history of our country. Start preparing for U.S. citizenship, right? Then you don't have to worry about immigration paperwork anymore. You got to just have to renew your U.S. passport every 10 years. That's all. Instead of renewing a freaking green card every 10 years, focus on renewing your U.S. passport every 10 years. Get a U.S. passport. Maru, yes, we are doing it by the book, right? Go follow the rules. You know, President Trump doesn't want to stop you from coming to this country as long as you follow the rules and do it legally. He doesn't want to stop you from renewing your green card so long as you follow the rules. If you've got 3 or 4 DUIs, 2 DUIs, you're a menace on the highway, you keep getting speeding tickets, and now it's time to renew your 10-year green card. Well, my 10-year green card's getting ready to expire. Time to renew my 10-year green card. But you got 2 DUIs and a slew of freaking parking tickets and speeding tickets. Guess what? Your ass is not going to get your green card renewed. You're going to be deported. It ain't happening. You're out of here. That's what's going to happen. So stay out of trouble. Be a good law-abiding green card holder, including speeding tickets and traffic tickets. Don't do it. Larry Piercy could not find the right button. And Larry Piercy, I agree, Rubio is top shelf. Right, Marco Rubio is Secretary of State. Okay, he controls all the embassies around the world. Plus, he's got other jobs he's doing besides doing that. And he started out as a poor kid in Miami, whose mom and dad evacuated Cuba because of communism. Just like my beautiful wife, Karina, evacuated Venezuela because of communism, but she went to Colombia. I brought her to the United States. It was the furthest thing from her mind to come to the United States and live here. Her plan was to live in Colombia until the communists went away and then go back home to her big house on the mountain in Colombia, in Venezuela. So Karina's got a big house in Venezuela. She just gave it to her mom. Hey, mom, here's my house. Have it. It belongs to you. And then I think we send some money every month to her mom to pay for the electric bill and the light bill. It's not very much, but, you know, it's her house, Karina's house. So anyway, Priyanka, since you have checked my cover letter, are we good to go with my 751 application? Yeah, Priyanka, you are perfectly good to go. We had to change a few things. We changed a few things. I won't discuss it here, but I made those changes. You then made those changes. You sent it back to me. I reviewed it again, and then you submitted it just as I told you to. And because you listened to me and you followed my direction, you're going to get your 10-year green card. I have got no doubt. I got no worries about you getting your 10-year green card. You just got to wait your turn in line. It's going to take about a year. You're going to get your notice. You're going to get the letter from immigration. Here's what's going to happen, Priyanka. You're going to get a letter for your biometrics in about 2 weeks from now, for a biometrics appointment in about 4 weeks from now. Your biometrics appointment is going to be probably in the end of May. Okay, in the end of May, you're going to have to go to biometrics, and you live in Michigan. So wherever you live, we're in Michigan. Somewhere in Michigan, you're going to have to go to biometrics, okay? When you complete the biometrics, that's when the process is going to be really kicking in, because they're going to do an FBI check on you, and they're going to check your criminal history and your husband's. When we file for Karina's 10-year green card next month, the husband and the wife signed the 751. It's a joint application. We both have to have biometrics. I'll have biometrics. They're going to check me. They're going to do an FBI check on me. They're going to check Karina. They'll do an FBI check on her. If that works out, no problem, which it will. Then the next stage is wait for them to adjudicate it, which could take a year, maybe a year and a half. But she's going to get a letter of extension, so we're not worried about it. Priyanka, thank you, Diego. Just stressed out. Yeah. Look, Priyanka, here you go. Here's some magic blue pixie dust for Priyanka. And I want to include some MAGA pixie dust for Priyanka, even though Trump has irritated me sometimes here in this freaking his immigration changes that he made. he was just winging it, but he's getting corrected by immigration attorneys. But he's getting bit stuff. He was doing stuff he shouldn't do, but now he's good to go. He's all right. Everything's good. Copperhead, when do you think she can realistically come to the United States? Well, I would say when you get the ready status. Let's say you get ready status by, let's see, the middle of May. So by July, August timeframe, she should be here. September at the latest. You're good, Copperhead. Don't worry, you're good. I saw the pictures of you with your fiance. You texted me some pictures. You know, you did good, man. By September at the latest. Priyanka, I didn't include about deer hit. Should that be correct? Fine. That's fine. Don't worry about it. When you hit the deer with your car, did the police write you a ticket for hitting the deer? Did they write you a citation saying you killed a deer, you are being abusive of animals, even though the deer ran in front of your freaking car? Right? Did they write you a ticket? They didn't, did they? Right? They didn't write you a ticket. You don't have a criminal record. It's not going to show up anywhere, except maybe the insurance company has to fix the car. But you're good. The people who have to worry, people who file for a 10-year green card, who are on a 2-year green card, the people that have to worry are those folks that have committed crimes while they're on a 2-year green card. They've done bad stuff, you know, or they filed a fraudulent paperwork. They lied on their application. Immigration is going to find out. If you lie on your application, if you file a fraudulent application, if you have a bad criminal record, if you have DUIs, if you have bunches of parking tickets and speeding tickets, if you get in trouble, if you got, you know, the immigration is going to find out. Those are the folks who have to worry. If you have no criminal record, nothing to worry about, you got nothing to worry about. Priyanka. No, Diego. Okay, so they did. So the police officer didn't write you a citation. He noted my driver's license and he laughed. And for you because you were crying. Well, you were crying because you were sorry for the deer, right? The deer ran in front of you and you hit it. I don't know if did you kill it? Did the deer go? Did you make some barbecue meat for somebody? I don't know, but it wasn't your fault. You didn't get a citation. The police officer, Priyanka, I never had a parking ticket, DUIs, or speeding tickets. And you didn't get a ticket for hitting the deer. The deer was at fault. The deer should have freaking stopped. When the deer saw your headlights, the deer should have stopped. Said, I'm not running into that freaking highway. There's a car coming. Here in Florida, where we live, there's deer, there's bears, black bears, there's panthers, there's all kinds of critters, all kinds of animals, different kinds of animals. And Karina sees a sign when she's driving. She'll see a big yellow triangle with a bear in the middle of the yellow triangle. She said, I remember that from my driver's test exam. That means there's bears in the woods, and you got to slow down because they could run into the freaking road. That's right. There you go. Guys, everybody who watches the channel and the members, we appreciate the members also for signing as a member. We appreciate you for doing that. And tomorrow, what's tomorrow? Tuesday. Tomorrow, this week went by fast. April's going by pretty quick. Maru's going to get her NOA 2 letter here shortly. Not much longer. Her fiance is from Cameroon. And Priyanka is from India. And then Larry Piercy, his wife Mogi is from Thailand. And Copperhead, his fiance is from the Philippines. You know, I try to remember everybody's family and try to remember where you're from and which country you started from. But the bottom line is this. When you get to America, become an American. Become American. Then you don't have to worry about immigration anymore. Okay? Priyanka, no, for deer hit, I didn't get a ticket. They took a note of your driver's license. They just ran your driver's license to see if you had a legal driver's license. No suspension on your driver's license. That's all. When they ran your driver's license and saw there was no problems with it, that's as far as it went. And then I didn't get any info from the police after that. And it happened in January 2025. So there's no record of anything other than, somebody got some free deer meat. When the police officer ran your driver's license number, he was looking to see if you had a suspended license, to see if you had any warrants out for your arrest. When it came back clean as a cookie cutter, that was it for the police officer. He didn't even pursue it any further. And that was the end of it. And there's no record of it. When they run your biometrics, when they do a FBI background check on you, Priyanka, your deer incident is not even going to show up. It's not going to show up, okay? So you're good. Don't worry. What I need to be doing is I've got Karina's 10-year green card already done. We're just waiting for some time to go by. We're going to file for her Karina's 10-year green card next month. We could file tomorrow, but no doubt we'll get scheduled with a biometrics appointment when we're driving across the Mojave Desert. So we're not going to file just yet. Copperhead, is there an online status update website? Yeah, you have an IOE number, right? Don't you have a receipt number on your NOA2? You should have a receipt number from the MVC. Check your emails. You can use that receipt number to check your online status. But it's not a website, okay? It's just a place where you type in your receipt number. When we file for Karina's 10-year green card, she's going to get an IOE number, a receipt number from immigration. We already received a letter. Karina received a letter, and I received a letter from immigration saying, hey guys, don't forget to file for your 10-year green card. Karina's 2-year green card expires on June 26th. Don't forget to lift the conditions off of your 2-year green card. So immigration have already re-reviewed her 10-year green card. They didn't schedule her for another interview. Remember, she's from Venezuela, okay? So they were giving Venezuelans a real freaking hard time, immigration. So we were here waiting for perhaps another interview, for a green card interview. But it never had. All we got was a letter saying, don't forget to file for your 10-year green card. So Karina, actually, I put her 10-year green card package together. I wasn't even worried about it. It was perfect. I don't make mistakes. You can't make mistakes on this channel. I can't make mistakes on this channel because it's going to affect somebody's life, their status. So I make zero mistakes on this channel. So I wasn't worried about Karina. Now I'm trying to help Copperhead and Larry Piercy and Priyankas, don't worry, you are good to go. Maru, you are good to go. And Priyanka, thank you, Diego. I really appreciate your help. Well, I'm going to be helping you, okay? You're good. You're going to get your 10-year green card. You listened to me over the last, 3 years? You said since 2023? You've been watching the channel? And I basically guided you from A to Z. You've made it this far. No mistakes, right? Everything's done. Everything I told you was going to happen, happened, right? Everything I said was going to happen, happened. So now I'm going to tell you, all you got to do is wait about a year, and you're going to get your 10-year green card. Probably, most likely, you're going to have to go to a green card interview. You are going to have to go to biometrics. That's going to be mandatory. But that's going to be in the next 4 to 5 weeks. So let's say 6 weeks tops. I know the basic timeline from filing the 10-year green card to getting the biometrics appointment to getting the letter of extension. It's 5 weeks. So Karina and I will be on vacation in the middle of May. So we're going to file for her 10-year green card at the beginning of May, knowing that in the next 5 weeks, we're going to get biometrics and her letter of extension. And we're not going to be stuck on vacation trying to figure out how to get back to Florida to go to a biometrics appointment in New Orleans. And we're still in status because it's within 90 days. You don't, the immigration says you got to file within 90 days of the expiration of your 2-year green card. That's what they say. That's what the legal status is on their website. So that's what we're going to follow. So anyway, let me see. Maru, I got global entry because I know they will do a background check as well. Right, they do on global entry, so it makes it quicker. I just want to do everything the correct way. Right, you're doing everything the correct way, and the global entry will speed up your, because you did global entry, it makes it easier for you to go to fly to Cameroon and to get through TSA. I was feeling bad for TSA. They weren't getting paid for 6 weeks. They didn't get paid for 6 weeks. Those folks that kept on working and didn't quit, didn't throw in the towel, the TSA agents that didn't quit, they need to be given bonuses, big time, for not throwing in the towel, waving the white flag. Well, I'm not working for TSA. They're not paying me. They put their country first. Those folks that didn't quit put the United States first, allowed passengers to continue getting security clearances to go through the immigration and everything. They should be given some fantastic bonuses by the Trump administration. Priyanka, I also have got my global entry as well, Diego. Well, that's good. You're good. Karina doesn't have global entry, but we're not planning on going anywhere, not until she's a U.S. citizen. And when she becomes a U.S. citizen, she can apply in June of 2027. That's next year, next summer. But we got to get her English skills up. That's all. I want her to get her English skills up. Priyanka, got a question. Do you think I will get an interview, Diego? Well, you're from India, and the United States doesn't have any bad blood with India. No issues with India. You submitted a fantastic green card application. I just think they'll probably you'll do the biometrics. I'll come back negative. They'll just mail you. I think they'll probably just mail you the green card. They'll just mail it to you, but it's going to take about a year, okay? Craig Williams, I love your channel, Diego. It is a great help for people going through this process. Thanks for everything. If I don't see you, have a fun vacation at Area 51. Well, Craig, we appreciate the kind words, and listen, I'm going to make videos, okay, of our vacation. I'm going to take Karina to all these different places out west that she only dreamed about visiting when she was a young child living in Venezuela. Sometimes dreams come true, right? Dreams can come true. You just got to have faith. Now, Karina's wanted to go here. She's wanted to go there. The Area 51 vacation is for me. Karina has got probably no interest in going to a freaking military base in the middle of the desert. That's for me. But that's my part of the vacation. That's 1/4 of it. The rest of it's going to be all for Karina. And all the places that she's ever dreamed about going, I'm going to take her. And I'm going to make a video from each place. And then if you are a member, you got to be a member of the channel to see the videos, because these are going to be vacation videos, not so much about K1 visas. If you want to watch the video, Craig, then, later on, maybe, sign up as a member, and then you can get to see the videos. Then you can get my phone number too if you want to call me. Priyanka, have a great vacation in Nevada and Area 51. Thank you. Priyanka, thank you, Diego, for explaining. Yes, I am from India. It's a beautiful country. And India and the United States have very good relations with each other. It's a good relationship politically. India is now getting their oil from Venezuela, which is being controlled by the United States, basically. So the relationship between the United States and India is good. And if you submitted a fantastic 10-year green card application, I don't see why you should have to go to an interview, really. I don't see why. I think they'll just mail it to you. And Craig says he wants to watch the video. And I'm going to make the videos, guys. In fact, I took Karina today to Tallahassee. I took her to a museum, the Motor Museum in Tallahassee. It's probably got the biggest collection of antique cars I've ever seen in my life. I'm going to make that video tomorrow, and for our members, you'll be able to watch that video. Probably get it done by tomorrow night. I'll have it posted in there. But Karina, I'm taking her places. Like we got pictures. We went to Tallahassee, the state capital of Florida. We got pictures, and I'm making a video about it, but not the state capital, about the museum. You got to keep on collecting the evidence of your relationship with your beneficiary, then your husband or wife. You got to keep collecting the evidence. Immigration could possibly come to your house. When you apply for U.S. citizenship, immigration will come to your house to see if you are actually living in the house that you say you're living in. When you get to the level of U.S. citizenship, that's when it gets really more intense and strict. They'll go to where you work. Karina has a great job. When Karina applies for citizenship, they're going to go to where she works and talk to the employees there, her boss. They're going to come to the house. They're going to knock on the neighbors' doors. Hey, does Diego and Karina live here? Yeah, they do. They're going to investigate. Okay? But like, if you want to see our vacation videos, guys, I think it's right here. Join as a member, and then it's $9.99. And I'm not asking you to join because I want your money. I don't want your money. I just want to know who's got control, who's got the phone number and the email address. That's the only reason I created a membership, besides to give you access to me to call me and text me. I mean, tomorrow night at 8 p.m., you could have an emergency immigration question and you're having a panic attack and you don't know what to do. If you're a member of the channel, you can call me and I will fix the problem for you. But it's not legal advice. Okay, guys, I'm going to go eat some dinner. Karina's made dinner for me. She was making steaks today. And we'll be back today. What's today? Monday, April 6th, 2026. Wednesday's the next live stream. We'll see you then. Okay, guys? Maru gets the last word. No problem.